Hello everyone, XV here from youtube.com/XVRogueGaming, and this is the 5th video in a weekly series I'm doing for Dotacinema designed to take your game to the next level. To start off, congratulations to this week's winner, Yuki Stout, for posting a topic in the comments for last week's tutorial. Remember that your topic doesn't need to be the one chosen. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and let me know what you want to learn about, and you're eligible. With an overwhelming amount of support, this week's video is on tread switching, an underused tactic that everyone seems to know about, but not how to use. Like many items in Dota 2, power treads are an on-use item as well as a passive stat item. While their initial bonus is based on which item combination was used to construct them, once made, by clicking on them or using your hotkey, they will change their attribute bonus going from strength to intelligence to agility and then back to strength. Rotating the bonus attribute as a means to benefit your play is what is meant by tread switching. To start, let's talk about how changes to our bars or pools happen. Each point of strength increases a hero's maximum health by 19, and each point of intelligence provides 13 more maximum mana. But if only our maximums are actually changed by our attributes, why don't our bars go down when we level or buy an item? To explain it simply, this is because as the maximum value changes, your active amount maintains its current percentage, whatever it may be. This creates a one-directional relationship where current value is relative to maximum value, but maximum value is not relative to current. So an example to make things clear, unless you are at full HP, picking up an Ogre Axe will not give you 190 hit points, even though you gain 10 strength. If you were at half life, you would only get 85 hit points. If you were at 10% life, you would only get 19 hit points. Normally this mechanic is taken for granted. Stat changes are often permanent, or if nothing else, occur so infrequently that it's easy to overlook. Tread switching, however, offers us a unique way to rapidly and frequently toy with our attributes. Regardless of hero type, power treads provide you with up to 152 hit points or up to 104 mana. What does impact the benefits of power treads is your current percentage for the respective bar, meaning that regardless of your maximum mana, for instance, you'll still gain 104 mana from power treads provided you're currently full, or 52 mana if you're currently at half, etc. So what do we do with all this information? By tread switching, we temporarily inflate our resource pools so that effects which influence them modify a false value. This allows us to pay a cost that we otherwise couldn't afford, reduce a cost by using a partially fictitious value, or even regenerate our true pool faster. To better understand this concept, we need to look at a spell as having a cost that is a value, but an impact that is a percentage. For example, let's look at Skeleton King at level 5, with therefore 247 mana. Hellfire Blast costs 140 mana, leaving him with 107 left and an impact of 56% of his pool used after casting. If Skeleton King were wearing intelligence power treads, however, he would have 351 mana. While Hellfire Blast still costs 140, we'd be left with 211 and only a 40% impact on our bar. But this is just stacking intelligence for a larger pool, which is no big deal. So how do we get all the benefits of stacked intelligence and the damage and hit points from our power treads? Well, with tread switching, we can inflate his pool from 247 to 351 temporarily, cast Hellfire Blast, and then switch back to strength. Since the spell's impact is only 40%, when we return to strength treads, we will have 150 mana. That's 43 more mana than if we didn't tread switch, without losing any of the advantages of strength treads in the form of maximum hit points or damage. This 43 mana is huge because it means without buying any intelligence items, we can now cast 2 Hellfire Blasts back to back at level 5. The inverse applies for regeneration. Items that replenish hit points or mana are normally static. A healing salve, for instance, restores 400 hit points over 10 seconds. Let's go back and look at our level 5 Skeleton King. With strength power treads, he has 929 maximum life. But for our example, let's say he's taken 600 damage, leaving him with only 329 hit points remaining, or at 35%. Concerned about his hit points, he decides to use a healing salve to heal back up. For our purposes, his natural regen is ignored, so after 10 seconds he's back up to 729 HP, a far more comfortable 78%. But now let's add tread switching. By switching away from strength, Skeleton King lowers his maximum hit points from 929 to 777, and his current hit points from 329 to 271. Even though he loses 152 maximum hit points, he only loses 58 current hit points. Using his healing salve, he quickly regenerates up to 671, as before, 58 less than when he had the power treads on strength. While this is the same 400 hit points gained from the salve, we notice that he's at 86% instead of 78. This increase means that when he switches back to his strength treads, he's at 800 hit points, having gained effectively a free bonus 70 hit points from the same salve. As a power treads hero, switch to intelligence before casting a spell. When using a regeneration item, you want to switch away from strength or intelligence depending on which pool you're replenishing. While this effect may only seem like an average of 50 mana or hit points saved or gained, understand how much impact that can have in all of those situations where you've barely died or your enemy has barely escaped. Remember as well that you will receive more hit points or mana if your current pool is at a higher percentage. So if someone initiates on you, switching to strength immediately will give you more bonus hit points than waiting until you're low. I see a lot of players switch to strength when they're at 10% life already. 15 hit points helps, but had they done it at the start, it could have been 150. While some heroes benefit more from this than others, and power treads aren't for every hero, I hope that you found this video useful for taking your game to the next level. Remember that it's you who decide the topics, so be sure to post in the comments below what you'd like to see next week, and subscribe to my channel to be eligible to win. As always though, if you like this video, please thumbs up, share, and check out my channel for more in-depth guides and exclusive content and contests. Until next week, this is XV, signing out.